here we've got a few more differentiation problems, and you can see that these ones are just a little bit different because this first one is x to the power of 3 over 2. So we've got a fraction there in the as the power. And then this second one's got another fraction here as the coefficient of the x to the power of 4. And then here we've got a square root symbol, and then here we've got the x cubed as a denominator of a fraction. So these are all just a little bit different, but if we just follow the same rule that we have been following, we should be fine, and these all should work out. So let's have a look at the first one. So here we've got f of x equals x to the power of 3 over 2. So we're just going to take our power and put it at the front like that, and it's just going to become equals 3 over 2, and then we keep the x there. And now what we've got to do is subtract 1 from that. Okay, so if we subtract 1 from that, it's actually going to be minus 2 over 2. Okay, and that's just going to leave us with a half. Okay, so I've just done, yeah, just a quick subtraction there of the fractions. And it's going to be 3 over 2 minus 2 over 2, which just leaves us with 1 over 2. Okay, so yeah, the final answer is 3 over 2, x to the power of a half for that one. Okay, next one. Actually, I should do this. That's not quite correct, is it? Yeah, that's a little bit better. Sorry, it's a bit messy, but hopefully you can see what's going on there. Okay, next one. So y equals half x to the power of 4 minus 2x. Okay, so for this one, we're going to do the same thing. And we'll do y prime equals, and we're going to take the 4 and put it at the front, but there's a half there already, so we're going to have to multiply that. And 4 times a half is going to be 2. And then we've got x, and then we just subtract 1 from the power there, which is going to leave us with 3, okay? And then we just keep the minus 2, just like that. So we just cross out that x there. Okay, moving on. So y equals the square root of x, okay? So what we're going to have to do for this one is just an additional step. So I'm going to take that square root symbol, and I'm going to turn it into a power, okay? So if you put x to the power of a half, that's exactly the same as taking the square root of x. Okay, so that's what that means. So now we've got it as in the index form. We can just do exactly what we have been doing. So we can just take the half and put it at the front. So it's going to be something like this. So a half x, and now we've got to subtract 1 from that. So it's going to be it's going to be something like this. I'm going to just show you in red. So it's going to be a half minus 2 over 2. Okay, and that'll be minus 1/2. Okay, so we've got a minus half there. I should probably do another step down there where I put that down as a denominator, but yeah, I'll just leave it like that for now. Okay, so y equals 2 over x cubed. So here we've got to do another additional step. Okay, so it's just going to be 2x to the power of -3. So here I'm just using the index laws. And if I've got something as a denominator like this, I can just write it, as you can see there, just down below with a negative power. And yeah, that's the same thing. And now that I've got it in this form, I can much more easily differentiate it. So it's going to be something like this. So now I multiply -3 by 2, which is going to give -6. And then we've got x, and then we do -1 again. So I've done -3 minus 1, which is going to be -4. Okay. So you can see that, yeah, we just follow that rule, and these slight variations like having a square root symbol or a fraction doesn't really change too much. Okay. We just keep following the rule, and that should work out well. Okay, so here are 4 more problems, and these are ones that you can have a go at, and they're very similar to the ones above. So you might like to just pause the video and have a go at this yourself, and then you can press play when you're ready and watch me go through each of them. Okay, so y equals x to the half. So this one is pretty simple. We just go the derivative equals, and we're going to take the half and put it at the front, and then we do a half minus, I might even show you, a half minus, it's going to be 2 over 2. And that's going to give us a negative half like that. Okay, so it's half x to the power of -1/2. Okay. Next one. So this one looks a little bit complicated, but it's not really. So we do this. So we've got the derivative of f of x equals, and we're going to take the 6 and put it at the front. And that's going to give us 12. Okay, so 2 times 6 is 12. Divided by 3 is going to be 4. Okay, so 6 times 2 is 12. Divided by 3 is 4. Okay, and then we have x, and then we're going to subtract 1 from that 6, which will give us 5. Okay, and then we're just going to add that last 4. I'll cross that out. Okay, so that's how that's how we do that one. Okay, so 4x to the power of 4 plus 4. Okay, so next one, y equals 2 root x. So here we can do another step. So we'll go 2x to the power of a half. Okay, so 2x to the power of a half. So remember from that example I looked at above, when we've got a square root symbol like that, we can just write it as as in an index form. So to the power of a half. And that makes it much easier to differentiate. So now we can differentiate it. We can go 2 y prime equals 2 times a half, which is just going to be 1. Okay, so I'll just leave that off actually. And we go x, and then we subtract 1 from that, which is going to be minus a half. Okay, so 1/2 minus 1 is going to be minus a half. And that's it. Okay, so x to the power of negative a half. And last one, y equals 3 over x to the power of 4. And here we can do that additional step where we'll rewrite it as a numerator. Okay, so we're going to take that denominator and turn it into a numerator. And to do that, we just have to write the power as a negative. So it's going to be 3x to the power of negative 4. And now we can do this. Y prime equals minus 4 times 3 is minus 12. And then we've got x to the power of negative 5. Okay. And that's it. All right. So you can see these ones, yeah, just a little bit harder, but you can see we just keep following the rule, and yeah, that'll get us the correct answer.